Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to another Mathematics Olympiad class. I believe the last question we treated together, you were able to understand it. And we are still going to continue we are going to consider more questions on imaginary numbers. So today we shall consider expansion of imaginary numbers. So here we have expand open bracket 5 minus 2i close bracket and open bracket 8 minus 3i close bracket. So we have to expand this, and I believe at the end of the class we will understand it better. So stay tuned. So from here we have the 5. We open the first bracket, take the first value there, 5, then just put the other bracket, what we have inside the other bracket, open bracket 8 minus 3i close bracket, to put it in front of it, then the minus 2i in the first bracket to bring it out as well, and put the second bracket in front of it also. That's open bracket 8 minus 3i close the brackets. So if we now use the 5 to open the first one, we have 5 times 8 is 40, plus times minus is minus. 5 times 3i is 15i. I is imaginary units. Then minus 2i, that is minus 2 imaginary number, times 8 is minus 16i. Then minus times minus is plus, then 2i times 3i is 6i squared. So here we have 40 plus 6i squared. When we collect the like times, we have 40 plus 6i squared minus 15i minus 16i. That's, we have collected the like terms, and then that will now give us 40 plus 6i squared minus 15i minus 6i will give us minus 31i. So we have 40 plus 6 multiplied by minus 1 minus 31i. How did we arrive at the minus 1? The 6i squared there, the I squared there is minus 1. We've already talked about that one before. So since we have 6i squared and the I squared is minus 1, that becomes 6 times minus 1, which is minus 6, and then 31i. So we have 40 minus 6 minus 31i. So 40 minus 6 will give us 34 minus 31i, and that will be our final answer. So the final answer is 34 minus 31 imaginary units. Let's consider the second question. So question number 2 goes thus: find the value of x if x squared minus x cubed equals 12. Now we are to bring the constant 12 to the left side of equal sign. So we have x squared minus x cubed minus 12, or we can subtract minus 12 from both sides, and then we have x squared minus x cubed minus 12 equals 0. Now if we break down 12, we can have minus 4 minus 8. All we want to do is to have something that will give us square and that will give us cube, so that we can be able to move them to the x squared and the x cubed. So minus 4 will give us 2 squared and minus 8 will give us 2 cubed. So we have, and the minus 4 minus 8 will still give us minus 12. So we have s squared minus s cubed minus 4 minus 8 equals 0. Now we have s squared minus s cubed minus 2 squared minus 3 cubed. The 4 there is the one that gives us 2 squared, and the 8 there is the one that gives us 2 cube. So we have s squared minus x cubed minus 2 squared minus 2 cube equals 0. So if we collect the like times, that is those ones that have the same exponent or the same powers, we have x squared minus 2 squared minus x cube minus 2 cube equals 0. Those ones that have square, we bring them together, and those ones that have cube, we bring them together. So now if we use a cube minus b cube equals a plus b, close bracket, open bracket, a square minus ab plus b square, to expand s cube minus 2 cube, and we use difference of 2 squared to expand x squared minus 2 squared. We are going to have, for the difference of 2 squared, x squared minus 2 squared will give us x minus 2, x plus 2. Then for x cube minus 2 cube will give us x plus 2 into bracket, then open bracket, x squared minus 2x plus 2 cube, close the bracket, equals 0. So we join the x minus 2 to x squared minus 2x plus 2x squared into a bigger bracket or parenthesis, because the x plus 2 there, we have it on both sides, so we just take one of them. So we have x plus 2, then x minus 2 minus x squared, minus times minus there, plus 2x, minus times plus minus 2 square equals 0. So we have x plus 2. If we collect the like times, x plus 2x will give us 3x. Then minus 2 minus 2 square, minus 2 square is 4. So minus 2 minus 4 will give us minus 6. Then we have minus x squared. Everything equals 0. So we have x plus 2, x minus x squared plus 3x minus 6. Then if we take x plus 2 first, equate it to 0, we have x equals minus 2. If we minus 2 from both sides, we'll take plus 2 to the other side, you have x equals minus 2. And we use quadratic formula for the second equation there, which is x squared minus 3x plus 6 equals 0. I've used minus 1 to multiply through the minus x squared plus 3x minus 6 to get x squared. Minus 1 times minus x squared will give us x squared. Then Minus 1 times plus 3x will give us minus 3x, and minus 1 times minus 6 will give us plus 6. So that's why we arrive at the changing of signs. So we have x squared minus 3x plus 6 equals 0. So we are going to use quadratic formula to solve this, which is minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4 is all over 2a, where we have our a to be the coefficient of x squared, which is plus 1, and our b to be coefficient of x, which is minus 3, and our c to be the constant, which is plus 6. So we are going to plug in the values of a, b, c in our quadratic formula. So we have minus 3, because our b is minus 3, plus or minus 3 square, square root of minus 3 square minus 4 times 1 times 6, because our a is 1 and our constant c is 6, all over 2 times 1. So we have 3 plus or minus, because minus times minus is plus, so we have 3 plus or minus 3 square is 9, then minus 4 times 1 times 6 is 24, all divided by 2. We put bracket in that minus 3 square so that I can get 9, because if you don't put bracket there, if you say minus 3 square without the brackets or the parentheses, it will give us minus 9, and that won't be correct. So to get the correct solving, you have to put the bracket. So I have to have minus 3 square into bracket so that you get positive 9. So we now have 3 plus or minus square root of 9 minus 24 all over 2. Now we have 3 plus or minus square root of minus 15 divided by 2 divided by 2, because 9 minus 24 is minus 15. So we have 3 plus or minus square root of 15 times minus 1 divided by 2. So in our other class, we have already talked about imaginary number to be equal to minus square root of minus 1. So if you find the square root of 15, we get 3.87298. So 3 plus or minus 3.87298, then square root of minus 1 all over 2. Then we split the plus or minus into 2. We have 3 plus 3.87298 square root of minus 1 all divided by 2, or 3 minus 3.87298 square root times square root of minus 1 all divided by 2. So square root of minus 1 is the same thing as I, our imaginary units. So we replace square root of minus 1 with I. So we have 6.8, that is 3 plus 3, 6.87298I divided by 2, or 3 minus 3 is 0, that's 0.87298I divided by 2. That will give us 3.43649I, or 0.43649I, and that will be the final answer for that. So let's consider some questions for you to attempt on your own. The question number 1 says expand 7i minus 4i and 2 plus 9i. Then question number 2, x squared minus s cubed equals 1125. You have to simplify that. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to click the like, the notification and the subscription button for more of this.